Now, if you have young people in your family, you might be interested to hear this next story, because an extensive study from the University of Manchester has found that using social media and playing online video games has little effect on young people's mental health. Now, that seems contrary to the received wisdom that we all hear about, but the report did question 25,000 youngsters across Greater Manchester, and they did it once a year over a 3-year period. The report's now been published in the Journal of Public Health, and the senior author of the report, Professor Neil Humphrey, is here. And thank you, Neil, for coming in.
Thanks, Roger.
Were you surprised by this? Because, as I said, it is contrary to what we've all suspected.
Indeed. I think rather than surprised, we were kind of on the fence. We weren't quite sure what we were going to find. The research that's already been done in this area around social media and young people's mental health tends to be quite mixed. So we were just interested to see, with a really large-scale, rigorous study carried out longitudinally, what effects we would see for young people in Greater Manchester. So we were kind of on the fence.
So you picked them up when they were 13 and you did it for 3 years. Is it possible that they weren't telling the truth?
Well, of course, we're surveying young people, and with any survey, whether it's with children, adolescents or adults, there's always what we call kind of bias and issues in terms of reliability. But you know, I'm a big believer, if you want to find out about young people's lives, and particularly their mental health and their experiences, then the best thing to do is ask them directly about it. Is
it possible that, you know, and I'm not accusing 25,000 young people of all lying, but could they have forgotten unpleasant incidents that happen on social media, for example?
Well, I mean, I suppose part of the issue is we're asking young people questions about how much time they spend on social media. We're also asking them questions about their mental health, and they're responding in a kind of in a summative way. So they're kind of weighing up all those different experiences, some of which, as you said, will be negative, but also some of which would be positive as well. Young people find ways to connect with others on social media. So there's a lot of positive experiences that might outweigh some of the negative things that might impact their mental health.
Lots of parents with the issue of gaming will know that, you know, trying to get a console off a young person who's saying, "Look, that's it, you've had enough," and can get quite an angry reaction at times. Yeah. But I suppose children don't see that as bad for their mental health, or...
Well, no, but I mean, I think the key thing is it's all about balance. So even though we didn't find that time spent gaming was negatively impacting later mental health, you know, young people need a balanced diet, so to speak, of the different things that they do outside of school. So even if it's not negatively impacting their mental health, there's always, you know, enough time on gaming so that there's time spent doing other things, getting outside, fresh air, you know, sports and physical activity and other things. So it's all about a balance for young people.
In Australia, they've instigated a ban on social media for under-16s, I think, haven't they? What's your view on that? Because there is some talk that we should follow.
Yeah, I mean, I think my personal view at the moment really is that that's throwing the baby out with the bathwater. The research base in this area certainly doesn't support an outright ban. There isn't anywhere near enough evidence to suggest that that would be a good thing. And the challenge that we have with an outright ban on social media for under-16s in this country and in Australia and other countries around the world is that young people denied connection to social media. They're also denied all of the positive things that they can get from social media. So I mentioned the kind of social connection and belonging. It can be a safe space for some young people who are vulnerable. It can be, you know, a tool for developing digital literacy. So there's lots of positive things that they would miss out on. And it also kind of erodes trusts between adults and young people, because it's us telling them, you know, that we don't think that they're responsible enough to be able to regulate their own behaviour.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
It's interesting. Professor Neil Humphrey, who lead author on that report.